What's up, guys? Brendan from Market Makers, your home for Wyckoff and Advanced Fibonacci TA. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about the other markets, how to wait for the other markets to close so I could show you a really interesting comparison chart. I also have Solana, Ethereum, and XRP to go over with you. So let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. So Bitcoin was moving up some today, as you can see, right? We're getting some supply dumped on us right now, having some resistance. I see a lot of TA on YouTube, a lot of TA getting super bullish. You won't believe this chart. Oh my God, look what's incoming. Guys, I told you where I will get more bullish is if we can flip the 144 and the 233 right here at the 618 at 44K, and we have to hold it for support, okay? If we hold it and we start moving up, we have some other targets, as you guys know, different pattern levels, but again, a realistic target for a potential top, as well as, if you flip it, you can go higher, but 55K. 55K is a realistic target for potential top, and of course you can retrace anywhere before that. I expect retracement from the 618, and the key is it going to look something like this? Just come down, make a cup, maybe make some waves, come back up here like this, and then pop through? Or is it going to come down and just keep descending, losing these lows, 32.9? That would be very bearish, okay? So that's what we don't know yet. But I want to show you some interesting charts. So Bitcoin, I told you, is tracking extremely closely to the Russell 2000, which is full of high growth tech stocks, okay, which is how Bitcoin moves, with the high growth tech stocks. Notice the 144 and 233 just above the harmonic pattern, just like Bitcoin, the 144 and 233 just above the harmonic pattern. They're tracking very closely, so close I can overlay them for you here so you can see. So the Russells and the colored candles, and then the white candles is Bitcoin, okay? And keep in mind the volatility difference is substantial between these two, but you can see the price movements up to the tops even, okay, and they come down, and then this chop is almost identical. Selling climax candle, let me turn that magnet off, it's annoying me. You have a selling climax candle on both. You see this? Selling climax candle, selling climax candle. Get your reaction, get your reaction. You come up to your top, you have another selling climax candle, another selling climax candle. These are so similar looking. Bitcoin and the Russell 2000 both made their tops within 48 hours of each other, the all-time highs, I should say. And look at this, when you pull this down, now remember, the volatility is different between the two, but here's your all-time high. Let me go ahead and look at this. Here's your all-time high, Bitcoin in white, the Russell 2000, and the colored candle, the blue candle. They both made the all-time high within 48 hours of each other. They are tracking extremely closely, even these movements. Now, Bitcoin's movements are more exaggerated because of how volatile it is, but this is what you're getting, okay? The Russell 2000 is pumping up to its key resistance levels, just like Bitcoin is. So we'll see which one gets there first, but if one flips it, the other one may flip it as well. If one gets rejected, the other one may get rejected as well, because they've been tracking amazingly close. If you have an index and you have an individual asset in crypto, and it's the main asset, and they both are considered high growth, hyperspec tech stocks, and they both make their all-time high within 48 hours of each other, there's a lot of confluence there. One does well, the other one will do well, and we don't know yet because we didn't make it up to the 144 and 233, but then again, neither has Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, the stock market is closed, okay? It's closed with the pre-markets on Sunday, but those are low volume. We have to see what really happens on Monday morning, but the pre-markets will give us some idea. So I would not be surprised if Bitcoin just ranges for a couple of days and maybe doesn't come up yet to test this level of the 144 and 233, but maybe it does, and it either flips it or gets rejected, and then we know what to expect from the Russell as well. Let's go ahead and look at a couple different things here. Actually, I want to show you the ATR. Let me go ahead and turn this on. Let's look at the ATR really quickly. So this is, again, volatility, right? Notice this trend line here. But last time we reached this was January 19th. So let's look at this. What happened January 19th? January 19th, we got this candle right here, and we got a move here. This is about a 20% move. We can measure this out with their measurement tool here. January 19th gave us 20% move. Now, again, ATR doesn't tell you if it's going to be a pump or a dump, but what you could see happen as the ATR descends towards this baseline, because you can see it has some ways to go here, right? But we haven't been there. We haven't been there for a couple of months now. As we start to descend down here, this will be really interesting to see if we're going to be gearing up for a pump, because what could happen is you could, since you're right at the 382 right now, you could come up, hit this, and that 20% move could be down. And where would that 20% move take you if you did fall from the 618? Let's go ahead and measure this. Right about that 1 fib, I think, on the downward projection. Yeah, that 1 fib at 34,333 would be just about a 22% move. Again, a realistic target if it is a dump, okay? And if we do get a pump out of it, and we flip this pattern, we flip the 2 EMAs. Again, I think it's a tall order, but it's definitely possible. That would take us up to potentially about 53, but we have that target up here, the 55K target. So again, I like this either way. Now the ATR does not mean that we're going to get a 20% move. It's just historical precedent and recent trend. That level of dissension equaled a 20% move. Okay, I just want to be clear on that. So I'm just looking at what our targets would be, basically looking at 34 or potentially working our way up to 55. So those are two things we should pay attention to with the current trend of Bitcoin. And of course, guys, you see this every single day, but we have to track it even though it is a daily time frame because it is important. And we have our Ichi cloud. And we can see here that we are still working our way up to the cloud. This is getting to be the very thinnest part of the cloud, and it's really thin out here too. You see how thin this is going to be projected? So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I know we're going to come up and we're going to test these levels because we did it right here and we did it over here, and both of these times we got rejected. So this was a massive rejection. If we get rejected like that again, we are definitely descending down to that 34K level easily, okay? And we got to make sure we hold that 32.9 level as well. And let's look at Solana. So Solana, we have a Gartley pattern that printed or is currently printing. This is on the daily time frame, and this has a PRZ about 112. So this will call for price to move up in this fashion from X to A to B to C up to D, where it will impact the 144 and 233, right? And from there you would have price descension. And again, just like with Bitcoin, can you hold a higher low, right? If you can hold a higher low, make a couple little waves, pop back through, maybe you can come up and test your 1618 at 141. And that is something that is a realistic target if Bitcoin gets bullish and flips its crucial support levels of the 140 or resistance levels of the 144 233. Okay, and again, if Solana gets rejected, you want to hold that $77 mark, which you have hit a couple of times now. And if you lose that $77 mark, you would be looking at descension to the $59 mark, which would be quite a deep descension. And let's go ahead and see what our ATR and everything's doing here. ATR, what is this arrow doing here? ATR is really deep on Solana. Look at that. Let's see. Oh, so historically, though, it got down even lower, but it hasn't been this low since August 2021. So we'll see. We don't have anything here in recent trend. You see this? There's nothing here. It's just an up line. So we don't really have anything here. So we'll see if this keeps descending. And if it does, that August move, what was it, August move? That August move was a rise up. You see that? Big, substantial rise up. So we've got to keep an eye on Solana. Fun coin to trade. And now we do have a bearish pattern that printed. I expect resistance to 144, 233 and the Gartley pattern. And again, how we handle that resistance will tell you the next leg for Solana. If we lose our key support, going deeper, if we can make a higher low, chances are we could be moving up to target that 141 target. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, I left you guys yesterday up to 618 box. As you can see, look how accurate fibs are. You are literally wicking the 618 box to the upside. Just like Solana, just like Bitcoin, your heavier moving averages are above you. So I still expect that to be tested. And if we lose it, if we lose that battle, then again, you have to hold your 618 at 2436. And if you don't hold the 618, you would be descending to the 1 fib at 2060. And then you always have that golden ratio target, 1451. Wow, that would be a killer. Now on the upside, if you get retracement, make a higher low, or if you just flip these EMAs, you hold the 618 as support ideally, your 1 fib's at 3425 and the golden ratio is at 4121. So very similar in a lot of ways. And let's look what our ATR is here. Again, we have that long-term baseline here. We got a little little bit of a spike up here because of the candle action right now. We'll see if we can come down here and descend. And I showed you guys this yesterday, but this was July 24th, last time we were down here, okay? And that was our, I believe, a rise up and then a dump at the end. Volume's pretty average, pretty normal. Again, it's all just ranging because Bitcoin drifted up, but it's not pushing up very hard. Let's look at Ethereum on the weekly Ethereum. So your long-term target here, you can see the similarities. If I go from June 21 here, the swing low in this trend, up to the all-time high, down to your current swing low, you get your 618 at 41,116. Now, a couple things to note here. The 1 fib would be at 53.26. And the 1618 would be at 7,284. Now this obviously would call for Ethereum to be super bullish. This is a weekly time frame, but I'm showing you this because I wanted you to see, look at that big bullish engulfing candle. You see this big bullish engulfing candle, so you got to get follow through. You got to get some follow through on this and work your way up to the 618 because that's going to be a key area for potential retracement and rejection, okay? So we'll see what happens as that asset goes through the process. Now, XRP, possibly one of the most disappointing coins for me personally. When I first came to crypto, I was very excited about XRP. It's actually the first coin that I ever bought was XRP. Looking here on the weekly time frame, you got a host of issues, okay? XRP had its top back, it's been a long time, April 12th, 21, okay? And that was whatever that was, $1.97, somewhere around there. Never even got to where it was in the previous bull run. Obviously, they have a pending court case and everything else going against it. You can see here in a weekly time frame, we descended to the 144, trying to climb our 45 here and get bullish. We got to break this 45, this descending angle 45, get up in this quadrant and keep moving up. But it's 79 cents right now. 79 cents, and you're going to have a lot of resistance above you as well. And we can go ahead and pull this from our swing low to our swing high and to our swing low. I mean, just to get to the golden ratio, the 1618, you're looking at $1.23, and you got to get through a lot. You still got to get past the 618, which is at 81 cents. And then you have the little sub levels here of the fib, one fib at 97 cents. I mean, XRP, you know, there's just a lot of coins that look a lot healthier. A lot of different reasons for that. And our ATR is still pretty elevated. As you can see, our baseline that we've used multiple times now is way down here. Unfortunate for XRP. We'd all like to see some good things here. Volume is just way down. Look at this. Last time you had high volume, May 17th, 2021 on the weekly time frame. Since then, left to right, volume dissension. You see that? That has just been volume decline. So what does that tell you? Activity is just down in this asset. Look at this volume deficit. Look at that. So you want this. You want these big spikes, right? You want volatility up and down, so you can trade this. But this is bad on the weekly time frame. That just looks really bad. Even from up here, you are down left to right. So not a lot of volume, not a lot of activity, and you're seeing it reflected in the price at 79.61. Kind of depressing. All right, guys, that's your video for today. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday night. Look for my video tomorrow of Crypto Savvy. Check out BitGet. Check out our Twitter. All the links are in the video description. Most importantly, check out our Discord. Come trade with us. We got guys taking a bunch of different trades today. The room's extremely active, taking their own trades, sharing trades, looking at our trades. Hope to see you guys in a room. The link is in the video description, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody.